I'm not going back and forth with a man who thinks that they should be in my position. If you want to be in my position, get in my position.
Do you believe that?
Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show on YouTube at Bluff City Media. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Anthony Sain.
Acknowledge me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This, of course, is your host, Anthony Sain, here live from the Bluff City Media Studios. Kenny Silverfield is behind the glass. Kenny, what's going on, my brother?
Well, let me tell you what just happened.
What's it?
We are going to set records today. I don't know if you saw this. LSU and Iowa played last night. 12.3 million people viewed that game last night. 12.3. We're about to have that same amount on this show.
Hey, I take it for sure. That's like a nice little piece of change coming back our way. We can pull that one off for sure. I definitely watched that game last night. Parish Sharkey will be joining us, of course, for the sit down with Sain, as he does each and every Wednesday. Parish, of course, the Grizzlies beat writer for Bluff City Media. We'll sit down and talk to him. Definitely talk about the game I saw last night. Man, I never thought I'd see the day where I would plan my Monday evening around, women's college basketball. But last night was the first two great games. I ain't gonna lie. I tuned out in the first one. I saw it was looking like Juju about to get her ass up out of there. So I stopped watching that one pretty soon. Like I said, phenomenal game, man. But I watched a lot of stuff this weekend, man. I'm gonna tell y'all about a documentary that I watched after the show. Weird ass world we live in, man. Wild, nasty ass world we live in. We'll talk about that for Inside the Same Brain. Of course, sponsored by our good friends at Creative Sig. But Kenny Silverfield, the thing I do want to talk about that I watched over the weekend, I actually watched this Monday morning, was the Marc Gasol documentary. Shout out to Michael Blevins. Michael will be with us next week. He's going to be our guest on the show next week as well. Michael Blevins, incredible director the Memphis Grizzlies have hired. I hope they can keep that dude around, because I don't know how they're keeping him around.
I don't know.
Because that dude, that was. You said this the other day. You was like, man, that should not have been free. I should not be able to go on YouTube and watch it. No. Like, that's something. That was the grit and grind movie. That was the grit and grind era movie. How it started, how they fell into it, how Chris Wallace, dumb ass, literally fell into it. Like, for real. And it's crazy because they brought up some points that I kind of forgot about. And the Grizzlies are commemorating Marc Gasol's career, his legacy with the team, retiring his number, putting his number in the Raptors, beside his brother, Zach Randolph. Not Pau Gasol, but Zach Randolph, his other brother, his Memphis brother, Zach Randolph. Sure it's going to be a great day at FedEx Forum. Sure it's going to be a packed house to commemorate celebrate Marc's career. When you talk about native sons, right? Yeah. Marc Gasol was not born in Memphis, Tennessee. He was born very far from Memphis, Tennessee, on the other side of the map in Spain. But someone who came here as Pal's little brother, a lost kid in America. And of all the cities to have your first experience of America, right? He had it in Memphis, Tennessee. And Marc, became one of us, man. And I heard him going off on Vernon's show today, and some Memphis shit was just coming out of his mouth, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was like he's about to get some dudes in Frazier. Like, Marc is a Memphian, man. Yeah. And like, I know this lady that's Filipino, right? And she moved to Memphis when she was like 14, 15 years old. So she learned America through Memphis. And hearing her talk is hilarious. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's, you were Americanized in Memphis, so that experience is hilarious. I know another lady from, can't think where she's from. Where are Dutch people from?
Switzerland, right?
The Dutch. Where are they from?
Norway? Switzerland?
I can't think where she's from.
I don't know.
She's from somewhere in Europe. Black lady I know. And she's Memphis as hell, too, because her first experience in America is Memphis, right? So it does something to you. So Marc Gasol is his Spanish Memphian, So it's just he came through those developmental years of being a teenager. So he became a man through Memphis, through the eyes of Memphis. And great documentary about the Grizzlies. I'll get with Parish about some of the stuff that I'm sure he has to say. And I'll talk about some of the bad stuff about it. Chris Wallace was clearly a dummy, making decisions that altered NBA history through the Grizzlies. You know what I mean? Oh, we'll talk about that type of stuff. But I will just say that it was a great documentary, very well done. My guy Doc Holliday had the cameo in that joint. Lot of guys. Chris Harrington was in it. Jeff Calkins spoke on it. Brevin Knight, good friend of the show. And we just kind of saw Just never before seen footage. Some stuff I did see when it came down to Chris Wallace. Like, I did not want to know that. You know what I mean? I did not know, because the main thing that people left with, like the awestruck moment, was that we could have had Marc and Powell at the same time. And it's like, all right, bro. Like, don't tell me that could have been a thing, man.
Please don't tell me that was an actual thing.
Yeah, but like I said, go check it out on YouTube. I'm going to get it out of the way because I want to get Parish in. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, man, with the NCAA tournament, draft picks, Donovan Clingan, all these things, Edie, all these, the big battle of the big men is coming. You know what I mean? The Grizzlies, of course, need the big man. Zebo's son. Zebo, you gonna stop playing too, man. Hey,
yeah.
Like I'm calling out Zach Randolph today. Go, hey, Zebo, come on now, man. You know that's your kid, bro. Go give DJ the father he deserves. DJ probably got a whole daddy. Man, I'm out there playing. But yeah, man. But I'm about to get out the way. My boy Parish Sharkey is about to join us. Also, Kenny, our good friends from 901 Wrestling are going to come in. I reached out to Tommy Jacks because the last wrestling show I was at. Two guys that are cousins, man. The Merc.
Like real cousins.
Yeah, real cousins. The Merc and Adonis, Prince Adonis. Weird family feud they've had going on. And I don't want to see them brothers go out like that, man. So we're going to bring those two guys on. I'm going to kind of serve as a mediator to see if we can come
If there is one thing you're good at mediating.
And peacemaking, man.
Peacemaking.
Yeah. That's me, man. Anthony Sain, peacemaker to the people.
That's right.
No John Cena. But
Tribal chief.
The tribal chief, peacemaker, you know.
Yeah.
All those things. Humanitarian. Mentor.
Philanthropist.
Yeah, philanthropist.
Everything.
Advocate for the city and the city's youth.
Yes, that's right.
All those things. But yeah, man, I'll bring those two young men on, see if we can resolve this family feud in a peaceful way, man, because that's what we're here for. About to take a break, man. When we come back, as always, Parish Sharkey joins us each and every Wednesday. He'll join us for the Sit Down with Sain when we come back here on the Edge of the Sain Show. See you guys in a minute.
This isn't a surprise that Rick Stansbury's staying, but I think if you just sort of read through what this means as compared to years past, is there's finally a little bit more staff continuity where Penny's not been able to have that in the past. To have his lead assistant stay for 2 or more years, that's just not been a reality. And to have Rick Stansbury here for another year, that's nice.
Penny doesn't have to go out and search for another assistant. Penny's focus solely needs to be on recruiting and building this team for next year, not having to worry about going out and finding another coach to bring in. And we know typically, much like he does with players, he likes to make splashy coaching hires. So then you got to go through that whole process. I'm glad Rick's staying. I think it helps this staff and whatever team is on the floor for Memphis next year, whatever this roster is composed of player-wise, I think that helps them.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
If there is one area I'm concerned about here in the spring for the football team, what is it?
I'm going to say secondary. And it's not...
TJ! We're on the same wavelength. That's what I was going to say.
Well, and I'll back it up when I say that. And it's because I think last year they played with a couple guys out of position. And then they started rotating guys consistently. Like Ross should not be a safety. He shouldn't be playing that inside nickel. I think he is a lockdown corner. They brought in 4 or 5 different safeties that I think they can play back.
Talked about, I think losing Ross hurt a lot too.
Oh my God.
For sure.
He was Arkansas State. What was it? The 4th game of the year?
Yeah.
Like 3rd game of the year?
It was early.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Like every other Wednesday, my man Parish Sharkey's in the building. Of course, he is the Grizzlies beat writer for Bluff City Media, man. The Grizzlies season get ready to wrap up. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We are.
Can't wait.
We
Are
are.
y'all not ready, man?
Yes.
Like,
Yes, I've never been ready for a season to be
5
over this
home
bad.
games I got left
Yeah.
to a 10.
I've never wanted the Grizzlies season to be over. I found myself last night. It's bad when the Grizzlies aren't even number 2 in your pecking order, man. Bro, I'm watching the latest games last night, of course. I'm watching. I peeped at Monday Night Raw a little bit because The Rock and Roman Reigns was that junk going crazy. And then I cut on the Grizzlies game when I saw Jaren had 40. Brandon Clark was coming back.
Quiet
40. Oh, the quietest 40 possible. Nobody gave a damn.
the man has a quiet 5 and then a quiet 40.
40.
In the next game. It's wild.
Yeah, man. But yeah. So definitely a season I'm ready to get over with. We talked about the Marc Gasol documentary, which is basically a grit and grind era documentary. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I had so many different emotions. I had
you had all the 5 different stages.
Yeah, he went through all stages, man.
So many different emotions,
Real talk,
bro.
though.
Because I remember, like y'all remember a few weeks ago, was it on this show or was it on Jason and John, where I talked about how when Marc went to Toronto, I felt the way about Marc, and I really had a lot of
you said it on this show.
Had a lot of angst against Marc. I don't really know why. Like I really can't remember why I was mad at him.
Now you know why.
I watched the documentary again. I remember why I was mad at Marc. I was like, oh shit, I remember this shit now.
It was a dick.
Yeah, he was Marc was a weird jackass type dude.
Moody as hell.
And it's like I look at it through. But now going back and looking at that situation with the season of this lens, I look at it totally different.
Yep, I understand.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yep.
I commend him because I look at him the same way I look at Jaren now. Like that season when the Grizzlies were that real transitional season. It was Marc and Mike, Zebo and Tony were gone.
Their first year.
In the first year of
Chandler
Jaren.
Parsons.
Yeah, no. When the first year of Jaren.
Oh yeah, that was. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
The second year of Dylan, right? When you had that team, I can understand Marc being like, bro, what is this, bro? You know what I mean?
Like Dylan was hurt most of the year.
Yeah, I can understand the level of frustration he probably had with that team being in flux, being in transition, playing meaningless games. Only thing about Marc that used to really piss me off is that he used to, the playing the right way, all that type of stuff. I was like, Marc, why can't you scoring 30 be part of playing the right way? Like
that's what frustrated me.
Right, because Marc was like I think the most he ever averaged was maybe 19 a game, something like that, right? Marc never had a season because Marc,
which nobody in Gritty. So I saw Sean Coleman had tweeted the stats out like the highest scoring average in Grizz history. 4 of the top 5 was Ja Bain and
right
Jaren.
now, like in the last 2 or 3 years.
There was only like I think I think it was Mike Conley that was like 4th.
Yep, Mike Conley was up there too, but Marc never was like a 20-something point per game scorer. Marc had all the tools in the world to be what Jokic is right now. He had every tool that was in.
And every time he played against Jokic,
he went off for them type of games against. He was a kid then.
Yep.
But I'm saying Marc,
like he stood up.
Yeah, like that's what used to frustrate me about Marc. You took all this, playing the game the right way. Go rebound 7 rebounds per game. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that we give Jaren crap about. Yep. Marc was not a rebounder. And it was because you had Zach Randolph, who was a monster rebounder who was getting all the rebounds. You know what I mean? So that same formula could work for Jaren if you put, a rebounder beside him.
Steve Adams.
Yeah, it's always been a Steven Adams, a JV, a very high level rebounder has always been beside Jaren from to be his best. Same way Marc was his best. But the thing that stood out to me the most, and I talked to Kenny about this in the first segment as well, is the Chris Wallace stuff. Because I was like, bro, I did not know how garbage this dude was as a GM.
He was on that documentary proud of it too.
Yeah,
man.
He sure was.
Yeah.
Man. I was like, get this man out the screen.
I brought Marc to Memphis. You goofy, jiggly neck, turkey neck.
To take us out.
Yeah, but what were your thoughts on that documentary, bro?
Man, I got a whole list.
Hey, turn it to the camera. Turn it to the camera and show us. Look at that list. Look at that list.
Oh, damn.
I got nope.
Go ahead. We went over a little bit in the beginning. I started saying something for you, but go ahead.
Right, all right, I'm going to start off, man. Marc Gasol, and you talking about his IQ. Mm-hmm. So, he's talking about players playing the right way, all that good stuff. I always had a problem with Rudy Gay because I always thought he was selfish.
Yeah.
The documentary pretty much confirmed that I ain't saying Marc Gasol got Rudy Gay up out of here. But I'm pretty sure he had a problem with Rudy Gay. And OJ Mayo for that matter, of just players. Because it's crazy. Like you had Mike Conley, OJ Mayo, Rudy Gay, Zebo, Marc Gasol. Like
the team should have been so much better.
That should have been right. But Rudy and OJ couldn't buy into the whole team concept. And I think we all knew that then.
What was that era called? Like what if you
Before
were to
Grit and Grind.
In hindsight, what would you call that era? Where it was like you had Rudy
Smash and dash.
No, it was nothing smash about it at all. It was all a bunch of like a little pricks. You had Kyle Lowry, Rudy Gay, OJ Mayo, Darrell Arthur was part of that team. That wasn't quite. What was the kid from Syracuse? He was a short
Hakeem Warwick.
He wasn't part of that. He was
out. I think by then
he was right before it
because he played with Powell, right?
Yes.
I'm talking about the Mark was there. Powell was gone.
Darrell Arthur.
Right before Zebo. Like that team was that team was weird, man.
Yeah.
But go with what you were saying.
But yeah, I kind of have a feeling he had something to do with it. He chose Mike over Kyle Lowry. That's what I took from him. Saying don't trade Mike. Ironically, he ended up winning a title with Kyle Lowry in Toronto. Right. The irony in that. He almost I didn't know about him not coming. Like with the whole, I guess I wasn't paying that much attention to like the whole contract stuff and getting players overseas. But he almost didn't come. Yeah. And they had to
because when they traded for him, he was still playing in Spain.
Yeah, he was still in Spain. And I didn't know. I thought, okay, he coming in next season. He almost literally didn't come. Right. It was almost like, oh no, we got
it was a different ball game back then. Yeah, because those contracts you could kind of, for a guy that was a second round pick, the money in the NBA really wasn't much more than what they were making over there. Now it's a lot more. Yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah. Going back to we was talking about Chris Wallace. So here we go. We talk about Pau Gasol. We all thought he demanded a trade.
At least that's what the media told us. Chris Wallace. Yes. Go ahead.
Mark said he almost got the boys.
You saw Vernon face though? Vernon looked like he was, oh shit, Mark about to get on my ass for real.
Yeah, so the whole Pal thing, he said he would give his own money for Mark to come. We almost had
he almost paid his own out of his own contract.
And
Chris said no.
I was talking with Ken, like, we love Zebo. Damn.
Mark and Powell together.
That's a real. I should have worn my What Heels or What Heels shirt.
I mean, Powell's a Hall of Famer. Right, we love Zebo, but let's be legit. Powell's a Hall of Famer, man.
Damn.
Yeah, Powell and Mark together would have been nasty. But the thing is, man, you wouldn't have had to make the bro. Here's the thing. This is what bothers me. This is what a lot of like so-called Grizzly fans don't get. That trade pisses me off because we got Marc Gasol. You also altered you altered NBA history with that trade, bro. Right. The Lakers were dead in the effing water, bro.
Yes. Kobe was gone.
Kobe Bryant was looking like
he was finished his career with three. I'm
trying to think of a current player of who Kobe Bryant was. Not skill level as far as he was freaking. He was James Harden, bro.
I would say different Booker, but yeah, James
he was Devin Booker, James Harden. He was a really good player on teams that were always going to make the playoffs, but could not get over the hump. Went for the win, nothing. Kobe was about to get the hell out of L.A., bro.
Yep.
Demanded
a trade.
We sent Pau Gasol to L.A., changed NBA history. Yep. There's people talking about Kobe's one of the greatest players of all time. He would not have done that if all he did was win with Shaq. Like him winning those rings on his own puts him in that with him and Pau puts him in that GOAT conversation because he did it with two different versions of a team. Yep. Kobe was done with L.A. They sent Pau there, and who was one of the most skilled big men in the league at that time. Mm-hmm. And they won championships together. Pau was a future Hall of Famer as well. Yep. And those two guys went on to win championships. The Grizzlies' poverty ass made that trade happen, bro. And altered NBA history with that dumb-ass, poverty-ass move, bro. And when you watch the documentary, just see how stupid, like, it didn't show it Chris Wallace in the war room, right? Cold.
Man.
I'm like, bro, you for real, bro? And then the Lakers were like, we'll give you a future second round pick. No, why? Why would I give you this year's pick for a future pick? What else you got for me? Because he knew he was calling the man sounding broke. You know what I mean? He knew he called him sounding broke. And then they said, okay, for $500,000, you can have the rights to him. You can buy the rights to Marc Gasol. Well, we just couldn't do it, pal. What?
Cap.
And Pal's like, hey, take it out of my salary, man. Take it out of my contract.
Broke.
Couldn't.
Brokies, man. Like, man, just.
And that goes up to the ownership, too.
Michael Heisley was a goof. Then you turned around and you overpaid Mark. That $3 million per year salary he was getting was an overpay for foreign players you're getting it was a second round prospect.
And they only to turn around and contradict themselves after Mark had a good rookie year.
The draft Hasheem effing to beat, bro. Once again, altering NBA history. We could have drafted James Harden.
That's like James Harden was number 3.
You would have drafted
during that draft. I said James Harden.
You altered two NBA dynasties. You altered because you could have the Warriors dynasty would have never happened because you probably would have drafted Steph Curry if you had a brain, and you would have drafted. You would not have sent Pau Gasol to the Lakers. Us being dummies altered NBA history, bro, twice. Good God,
that's
man!
So wild,
man. Chris Wallace was. Did I see people trying to defend Chris Wallace? Bro, what are you talking about, bro? I saw somebody yesterday talking about, man, that man put together the core four. He fell into it,
man.
He did.
He tried to play Xavier and Sam over
the only
Tony
smart move he made in that whole thing was the acquisition of Zach Randolph. That was the only move he made that made sense, right? Mike Conley was fine. If Kyle Lowry was here, he probably would have been a better player in the long run than Mike Conley was, just being real. We've seen how Kyle.
I wanted Kyle over Mike. So.
And I love Mike. Mike was my second favorite.
And Mike turned out to be good.
Yeah, I mean, but
at that time he was like, I didn't know it. But Kyle,
that worked out fine because they wanted. I want to say they wanted Al Horford, right? But Mike Conley was a consolation prize, so they got him.
They wanted to develop him, and
right?
They did.
And they did, right? Zebo was the one I think they said, okay, Zebo's good, 2010. Let's go get him on this team. I give you credit for that. You went and got Tony Allen as a free agent signing. You were not playing him. He was playing behind Xavier Henry and Sam Young.
Yeah.
Well, that's not correct. That was
OJ
Lionel.
Mayo too.
Lionel was making that decision.
But I'm saying, bro, you the GM.
Oh, I feel you.
Because that would happen. Him and OJ got into it.
They had to get OJ up out of there.
Had to get OJ out. All that.
Then missed the trade deadline. We're trying to trade OJ. Missed the deadline. And he's still on the team the rest of the season.
It's a freaking Ray Allen, bro. Dumbest dude ever, bro. I'm sitting watching these imbeciles.
What do you think this front office would have done during that time period?
Bro,
How many championships?
Mark and Powell would have been on. We would have had a 10-year run of Mark and Powell together.
They would have cooked.
And you would have had Mark Powell, Rudy, OJ Mayo, and Mike Conley, and that shit would have worked.
Kyle Lowry.
And that shit would have worked. Them folks have been good as hell. Oh my God, bro! Good God!
I see what my boy did was over his shirt today, but
man, bro. Speaking of, what's the shirt you got on, man?
Man, don't ask questions you already know the answer.
Yeah, exactly. Don't ask me about the documentary. You know, Chris Wallace was effing trash. But something that definitely was a. Did you have anything else?
Oh, yeah,
come ahead, knock yourself out.
Make a lot more.
Shout out to Kevin Durant. He came on the documentary.
Man, that man beard was nappy as shit, bro. Like. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just jumping all over your segment. Go ahead, bro. That man beard was like, all right, bro. That shit look gross. That man was making me itch. Like, all right, damn. Go ahead.
But I like how Kevin Durant always trying to defy the history of basketball with his takes. But he said he called we didn't win a championship, but he was like, they are a dynasty type of team that didn't win, basically. So respect to KD for getting on the documentary.
I don't know what the hell that means.
Right.
But like,
I guess because he was saying the team been together for a long time.
I'll take a championship.
I'd rather a championship.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. They had a long run of being a very solid, good team.
KD, he's doing it for himself now. Talking about, hey, do I really need another championship to be one top? You know.
I want to say during that stretch of time, though, like the Grizzlies had the best regular season. There was a stretch of time where the Grizzlies had the best regular season record, like from. I think it was saying like 2011 to 17, something like that. They had like the best.
They were up there.
Yeah. But anything else you got as far as the Mark documentary?
That's about it right there. I did. So going back to you and just watching the documentary, I was thinking about when we was talking about Bane and Jaren and how the Grizzlies don't look that well with them too. I'm thinking about Mike and Mark. I was like, just do the Spider-Man memes.
Right, bro. If you
each other.
And folks got so bad at me, bro, because that's when my real heel turned. Those were my real heel years, 2017, right? People got so mad at me because it was all on Mark. It was all on Mark's nuts, right? Because I had this conversation like, bro, Zebo's the best player ever came through here, right? There was never a good Grizzlies team without Zach Randolph that had Marc Gasol and Mike on it. Every team that had Mike and Mark on it without Zebo, ass.
Yep.
Horrible. Like one of the worst teams in the league, bad. But then people would turn around and say, well, Mark was the best ever. Clearly, Zach Randolph is the guy who made us good.
I don't remember how many games he missed one of them seasons, but we still had Rudy Gay at the time.
Yeah.
Or Reese Spacer came in and pretty much he didn't do exactly what Zebo did, but he played really well. And
but Zebo played a lot of
the
season.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't remember how many games he missed, but he missed a good like 20 games or so. But they held serve, but kind of like Jaren and Bane last season. Yeah. When Job was out, they held serve for those 8 games. So,
but in total, I thought, you got anything else, bro?
No, that's it.
Shout out to Parish and his list of pissed off shit about the Mark documentary. But I will say this though, Mark, I've underrated Mark's ability. Like my thing with Mark was, and see, it's crazy because I'm a big Jaren guy, right? And all the arguments I used to defend Jaren, I got to come back now and defend Mark the same way. Looking back at it in retrospect, because I used to be like, man, if Mark played like Zebo, Or Mark had the aggressiveness with Zebo, but he's not Zebo. But he's really damn good at what he did. And I kind of wasted more time worried about what Mark wasn't instead of paying attention to what he was. Because when I was watching the documentary, I was like, damn, this man, Mark cold. I almost said the N-word. This man cold as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mark is cold as hell, bro. Like, Mark was a really, really, really good center.
Like, he was the best, arguably the best center in the NBA for 3 or 4 years.
Now, I'm going to tell you something else that stood out in the documentary, too, bro. Now, we talked about Chris Wallace. Dave Fizdale's full of shit.
Oh, of course.
Oh, my God.
Epic clown, bro.
This
clown ass dude, man.
Dude, some of that stuff I had forgotten about. Some of those things he said, man.
I would have punched that dude.
Ooh, man.
Oh, he thought he was still the Miami boy.
That man came in, at the time, bro, you got to keep in mind, when he came around, that's when, because, that's when people call that time around, like, 2015, 16. Yeah. It's like they think that's kind of like when racism started. Like, you know what I mean? Exactly. Because that's when like social media and racist shit really got together for the first time. Got in bed for the first time, right? So a lot of people think that's when, you know, like, no, it's been an issue. It just ain't been nuts. I can't remember what happened around that time.
There was something that happened.
That's when all the police brutality stuff really started going crazy.
Well, when cell phones and people,
was
it Trayvon?
All that was going on at the same time.
He was like 2012, 11. I was still in college still in that time.
Yeah, and Kendrick Lamar had dropped We Gonna Be All Right, and all that type of stuff. All that happened around that time, 2015. And that's when they brought in Fizdale. And me personally, I was just happy to see a black coach there, right? But looking back in hindsight, bro, like, this dude, Dave Fizdale, was trash. Then his wife was fine, too. But that man was trash, bro. That dude was just a freaking salesman, bro. Like,
I was like, dang, bro, you tell me Dave Eckert just couldn't get along with the front office?
Bro, it was so much crazy stuff with them folks back then, bro. But and somebody, like, people were talking about Lionel, like, and Lionel did a lot of things to push that team and like make them the toughest team in the league, right? But like, people were like, man, I'd take, you know, somebody like Lionel right now. When you think about it in the history of this franchise, bro, we had some booty ass coaches for the most part, bro. We ain't had like Hubert Brown was the best coach came through here. But he was 80. You know what I mean? Like, but we ain't even had like a dope ass coach like
Mike Fratello,
Mike
Clown, Ivoroni.
Yeah, I would defend that guy Mike only because he did the little quote, the little thread tweet. He said he meant it as he wanted coaches like Lionel, not necessarily Lionel himself.
I get what he was trying to say. I know he meant somebody he wanted Lionel, but I mean,
I think a lot of people did take it that way. That's why I think.
Yeah, it's just we need somebody who. I would love to. This team needs a game planner, like somebody who's good at like strategy, making adjustments, all that type of stuff. John and them ain't dealing with nobody barking at them, bro. Like that ain't that ain't working. Bro.
This ain't
daddy daycare type of situation.
Yeah, like this ain't that breed of dude, man. Like, you know, nah. Mike Conley was wearing you know, Pumas or something on the court. Like, John Morant got his own freaking shoe, man. Ain't nobody finna be yelling at John like he's some, you know, whatever, like his son. Like, you know, like Mike Conley almost Lionel almost had like a father-son relationship with Mike Conley. You ain't doing that with Ja, bro.
Like, Ja's already,
that ain't happening. That ain't happening for sure. But transitioning over, man, on the court right now, I'm super excited about what we've seen with Brandon Clark so far. Last night he had 15 and 7, I believe.
Had a 3-point range finally. Because I remember his rookie year in that playing game against Portland. He hit 5 threes in that game. Yep. I remember that. Like, what happened to his shot?
He hit a long 2 the other night too. You know, he was a long 2 guy, man.
He was too. I was like, bro,
Brandon Clark
used to shot? It changed. He had the little hitch. I was like, bro, what happened to the rookie year? So it looked like rookie year.
I'm so happy to see Brandon Clark back out there for sure, man. And we got to see the Jaren Brandon Clark closing lineup out there with Gigi at the 3. I was like, yeah, man. Like, this could be nasty next year. If you can find a way to close with Ja, Bane, Vince or Gigi, BC and Jaren, nasty stuff. Or Smart. Like, the fact that we have all those.
You can alternate in any given wherever team, basically matchup based.
Yeah.
What team you playing against?
We can do some nasty stuff. Just the teams for sure. Well, enough of this Grizzlies stuff, man. Let's get to what I actually was watching last night, right? So I'm watching Caitlin Clark, who's phenomenal. Take on LSU. My girl Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie, came up short. But she gets some weird criticism because it's like we're so spoiled because college basketball has a ton of on-ball playmakers, shot maker, young ladies that are awesome with the ball in their hands, right?
Yep.
But Angel Reese is a monster, man. I saw that lady hurt her ankle in the first half and played through it, limping up and down the court, still finished with 17 and 20.
And you could say her ankle kind of changed the trajectory of
the game because she was on the ass.
Because she was killing them.
In the first half, she was on the ass.
She was on the ass.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, I will say this, bro. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal basketball player, right? Like, for real. Like, she is a monster. She's a insane shot maker, super quick release, can make any pass on the court. I like, bro, she is cold, bro. And I don't know what I don't know enough about lady basketball to compare. I think somebody compared it to Sue Bird is who I think somebody compared her to, with a much better jump shot.
Yeah,
that jump shot is crazy, bro. I don't know what NBA guys player I compare her game to, but she is absolutely nasty. I don't think she's got the wiggle and ball handle of like a Steph Curry, but she's insane. She's an insane shot maker, bro. Like she can get off any shot she wants to, and she's carrying that team. I'm still pulling for the Gamecocks. I'm a Don Staley stan. Like I love Don Staley, bro. Like I'm pulling for her point blank. You know what I'm saying? And but that game I watched last night was effing incredible, man. That was just incredible basketball. And we'll talk about something else in the 3-pointer. About some of my concerns about the men's side.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on the men's tournament and what you see?
So going to the men's and women's?
The men's tournament.
It's about men's. Okay. Really, I'm just focused on prospects now.
Yeah.
And let's go back to the Grizzlies. 3 players we saw this weekend could be in the range of what they're drafting. And honestly, with me, from what I saw, seeing Zach Edey get out on the foul calls against Tennessee.
It ain't happening in the league.
Yeah. I would prefer Donovan Clingan looking really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, Dr. Connect, bro. You can never have too many wings. And Memphis, what's the Grizzlies' other problem? Outside of big man, what's their other biggest need?
Shooter. Yeah.
Dr. Connect. He's what they wanted Jacob Raven to be.
For real.
Literally. Like, you draft him, he's literally what you wanted Jacob Raven to be. He's going to be there.
He's Jake between guys. Say, shoot the ball,
exactly.
Dalton. Dalton going to shoot that.
No, he can actually
gonna shoot that hoe for real. And he's an actual shooter. He's not a conceptual shooter like Jake Raven.
He's not a shooter.
You look at his form, man.
You look at his skin tone and go, hey, he should be able to shoot the ball.
Man, right.
Dalton can actually shoot.
I was watching some type of draft thing about Jake Raven when we first drafted him. Like, man, he's got the mechanics to be a jumbo shooter. Like, that dude don't even take shots. You know, you don't even, like, he's, oh my God, bro.
Yes. So if
I'm with you on that too, because I'm deflated as hell. I'm gonna get to that, but go ahead.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna tell you what deflated me. I'm like, man, screw y'all, man. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fine. They draft out if they fall in the range where they get like a 7 pick instead, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go on, just take your other wing that can shoot.
Yeah,
that's another need you need that you got.
Yeah.
Go on, take them.
Man, I was getting excited, man. I was like, man, let me go ahead and start paying attention to these schmoes in the NCAA tournament.
Zebo son over there.
Yeah, let me pay attention to some of these bums, right?
Hey, Kyle Filipowski from Duke.
Get your booty. Domestic Sante Aldama, I'm good. American Sante Aldama, I'm straight.
I got Savage compared to John too when DeWarren Blair dominated Sheen to beat.
Man, you should have known then. Nope, next.
I knew then.
I'm good on American Kelly Olynyk, bro. I'm straight, bro. I'm straight, man. But ain't as good. Like, I'm good on American Asante Aldama, bro.
But outside of that, UConn is goddamn incredible.
All right, them folks too cold.
Shit.
To my point, right? I'm gonna let you hear my frustration. I'm like, so I started paying attention to these bums, right? I'm like, all right, but let me go ahead and make the Grizzlies draft pick for her, right? I'm hearing people talk about Donovan Clingan. All right, so I'm down. All right, you know. A little heavy. He just got a little fatter than he was his freshman year. Like, we'll get him back down to size.
Get back in shape.
He's a hell of a defender. His feet are all right. He can run up and down the court pretty fast. Not as much this year, but last year he was good. The feet thing, we'll get through that. Everybody's, it's a muscle thing and not a bone. All right, cool. All right, we just strengthen your muscles up in your feet, kid. You know what I mean? We can figure that out.
We don't need you to finish games.
Right, so I'm like, hey, that's my guy. Hey, go give me Donovan Clingan, right? Hey, put him aside Jerry. He can set screens, rebound, block shots. He's a menace. Here we go. Now he's just playing a little bit too good, man. Everybody says, this kid might be the number 1 pick of the draft. Man, y'all good guys, bro. Like, man, screw all y'all, bro. Like, I'm back to saying screw these kids.
I don't know what's going to be that. I don't know what's up with this draft.
Man, if that dude is gone before I pick, I'll be like, man, look, I just give up, man. Because I'm not drafting Edey at 7, bro. I'm not drafting. No.
That would be a Hasheem Thabit.
Man, that dude looks bummy, bro. Like, Like, he's really big, and he's able to dominate guys in college. They don't call nothing against him.
He's a
all.
perfect college player.
He's an incredible college player.
Them folks tried to foul out Tennessee whole front court. Those folks couldn't do nothing.
They couldn't
He
breathe
didn't
on
get
that
no
man.
fouls.
He had one foul. He had one foul.
Then one dude was in my mentions, man. I'm telling you, man, that's the next Yao Ming. Like,
Get the hell.
Hey, bro, I don't think y'all understand how cold Yao Ming was. That man was cold as shit, bro. That man was out there bullying Shaq. When he back there, bro. Man, making Shaq like a little man out there. Man, bro. Oh, God. Another thing, that's offensive as hell. Why we make all our comments based on race, bro? Like, it's the craziest thing in the world. Like, why we do that, bro? For real.
You know.
Oh, this is the next Yao Ming. Like, that's the only man you can think of. Like, it's Yao Ming. It's so, man, it's so lazy, bro. Like, every white dude, there's Larry Bird. He might be Adam Morrison, bro. Like, he might be Jake LaRavia. Like, we just, like, bro, why you got to be the next? Like, I saw, it was one player, I can't remember who it was. And I'm not just talking about fans. I'm talking about, like, actual media members do this. But that's these lazy-ass racial comps, bro. Like, bro, only companies do is people, like, you very seldom see a white guy compared to a black player or a black player. Man, like, bro, like, you telling me there ain't no crossover? Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody got a black game. Ain't no white boy got a black game. Like,
not really.
Hey, man, it's an eye test, man.
Oh, man.
I said Gordon Hayward for Dalton Connect. That's
why, bro? Like, why? It ain't nobody black to play like Dalton Connect, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. That shit is so insane, bro.
Speaking of that, just
because, like, with, what's the name? His comp is actually Roy Hibbert to me. Like, Klingon. He's like a Roy Hibbert type. He reminds me of who Roy Hibbert used to be.
Oh, yeah, cool. That defense, too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, he the next Yao Ming. Like, bro, this is literally all you can think of.
Speaking of comp.
I said Walker Kessler.
Exactly, bro. Like a lot of dudes you can compare that man.
Well, we talking about comparisons. Going back to the women's game, my guy Savage did compare Caitlin Clark to Steve Nash.
Nash wouldn't like that, like, take you off the dribble, like shoot off the dribble type. It's not like that.
But yeah, I think with the vision, with the passing.
Steph Curry really broke basketball, bro. Because all them dudes probably had that game, but teams just wouldn't let you just pull up from 40. You know what I mean? Like Steph does. Damn it, man! It was something else I wanted to say.
When you the men's game.
It was something about the women's game. I can't remember. I'm gonna tell you how weird I am, man. I know I'm not the only person that did this season. Like when I'm watching women's basketball, my eyes scale the players. Like what I'm trying to say is, like, Angel Reese is 6'3" in real life. But in my mind, I'm watching her be one of the biggest players on the court. Yeah. So I'm making her 6'9", 6'10" in my brain. So my eyes see her at 6'10".
Like when she had that breakaway steal, I was like, oh, she about to jump
dunk that jump. But then like, oh, cool. Angels, like they said she's 6'3". I'm like, 6'3"? How? Like that's jaw height. You know what I mean? But she looks stupid long on the court though, right? So I'm like, okay, my eyes are telling me she's the big, so she's got to be like 6'8", 6'9" But then she's 6'3". Then I'm looking at Caitlin Clark. I'm going, she has to be like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah,
she's 6 feet tall. Then people talk about, like, people ask the question, like, would you draft Caitlin Clark? No, because she's a 6 foot guard. Like, for that alone, I wouldn't draft her. Like people are like, if she was 6'5", yeah, I draft her to the NBA, but no, she's 6 foot, bro. Like, she's a 6 foot guard. So no, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? But like my eyes scale wrong. Like my eyes scale them up by comparison. I'm looking at everybody on the court, so I'm giving everybody height that's not there. But they don't look short. They don't look.
I ain't gonna lie. I sure had to Google height. So I'm like, Caitlin Clark. I was thinking about women just in women's height.
Because in my mind, I'm thinking she was like 6'4", 6'5".
Well, to me, I was like, she looked a little taller than I thought she would be as a guard. And women's company, guard be like 5'6", 5'7". I'm like, dang, she's 6 feet playing point guard. Like, dang.
She's cold as shit though, bro. Like she is stupid cold. Like she really looks unfair playing with other people out there for real.
Then the second game, so the team they gonna play, UConn, who normally used to dominate, they got a girl named Paige Beckers. Her freshman year, she got all the hype that Caitlin Clark is now, but she got hurt.
Yeah.
So now she's back like playing at the level everyone thought she would be. Now they about to play against each other.
What about my girl Juju though?
Man,
cold.
Oh man,
she gonna break.
I had a feeling she was gonna lose though.
Will they change rules? Will they change the rule where she doesn't have to play 4 years?
I doubt.
Because she played 4 years, she gonna break that record.
If they ain't changing for Candace Parker, I don't think they're gonna change it for her.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, why would they run to that money though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point, yeah. Because even like I think Paige Becker's going back to school. Like it's like
NIL gonna keep them girls in 6 years.
Like everybody shot Caitlin Clark leaving, but she got all the endorsements. So
her endorsements gonna go with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's Parish Sharkey, y'all. We'll be back with the 3-pointer, talk some more stuff. A lot of things going on locally we can talk about, man. Yep. Tiger basketball, Ryan Silverfield. We'll have another discussion about college basketball, men versus women. We'll talk about that as well. We'll see you guys in a minute here on the Anthony Sain Show.
The Tigers moving forward, like, do they recruit the transfer portal as if David Jones is back, or do they recruit the transfer portal as if David Jones isn't back?
I think you recruit it as if he isn't back until he gives you the word.
Agreed. But does that change who you recruit then?
I don't know. I mean, you can never have enough wings in backcourt guys. So I don't think it changes all that much. And if you were able to land a guy like PJ Haggerty, just find pieces to fit around him.
Exactly. You don't ever put all your eggs in that basket until it is 100% done. You recruit an entirely new team.
You can't build a roster around someone who you think's 50-50 to return.
Not at all.
That's the problem I have with that question almost, Kenny, if you get what I'm saying. Like, just to sort of like assume a guy who very well could leave.
Yeah.
Just assume he's going to be back. I think that would be a very bad way to go.
Tune into On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
I have no question in my mind that Penny knows basketball as well as anybody on the planet. When somebody is as good and as talented as they are, it can oftentimes be difficult to teach others that may not be as talented as them. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean,
So,
we've
like,
seen
some of
that
those
across the board, right? Like even in
Right.
even in the NBA coaching ranks, right?
So, like, he's super capable of a lot of things, very impressive on the basketball court, knows where to be, knows what to do. And I feel like because to him, it comes so easy to him that he thinks that in teaching, I should just pick it up right away. In reality, that's not always the case, right? Like, some people need extra. It may take a little more effort than you just creating a game plan and having the expectation that they're going to go out and execute it, right? Like, if the game plan's not working, adjust it.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Here, my boy Parish Sharkey, man, for the 3-pointer. I said it was something I want to talk about, just have a kind of an interesting conversation. What is your concern level for college basketball when you see the women's game look way better than the guys' game? And something I've noticed is your teams that left in the Final Four are all mostly carried by big men. Like you got the battle of the big men still out there with Klingon and Edie possibly in the championship game, right? But then you got Zebo's son and
Alabama, Grant Nelson.
Yeah,
Alabama.
But you got all these big men that are showcased, right? But all those guys, every one of those guys has NBA red flags, especially Nelson and Edie, even him. You know what I mean? Only guy that you kind of question what he's going. Don't question if he's going to be a legitimate NBA role player or not is Klingon, right? So it's different from the time where the Final Four was also a preview of the future of the NBA, right? When you would see, the Chris Webbers, the Jalen Roses, the Christian Laettners, the Grant Hills, whoever, you know what I mean?
Emeka Okafor,
yeah,
Ben Gordon,
exactly. All these guys who like the future of the NBA, right?
Yeah, Duke and all them teams.
But then you look on the women's side, and the ladies who are up in front, those ladies are going to be the future of the WNBA. Yep. Do you have any concern level for the future of the NBA even because of you having these weak drafts, these type of things, then the tournament's looking weak. And it's like you see a game between Houston and Duke, the score is 55-51.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, do you have any concern that the women's game looks this much better than the men's level. What do you think about for the
come
future?
From a personal standpoint, I've always thought the women's game was better anyway. So everybody else welcome to seeing what's to better basketball. And men's college, in my opinion, it's always been this question. Normally, because NBA game is open. It's more the court. I think the court is longer, or if it's not longer, it feels like it's longer, right? 3-point line standing, it's just more open. No 3 seconds, it's 3 seconds in the paint. In college, you can sit in the paint. That's why people play 2-3 zone defense. So I just feel like it's the same concerns that you probably would have had even 5 years ago. The thing about the NBA now is there are a lot of foreign players coming over that's killing it, right? And that's really, that question has been going on for about the last 5 years because your top players in the league are mostly foreign players. So that's I don't really know that it's going to get worse. It's more so it's going to remain the same. I don't see it getting better, especially with your thing with the G League. I don't know what's going to happen with all that and stuff. But the whole transfer portal has kind of hurt college in general because back in the day, you used to have North Carolina where you had a start, or Florida when they won back-to-back. The starting five returned. Corey Brewer, Al Horford, Joakim Noah returned to win it back-to-back.
Those days are so over.
Right.
The thing about that was only less than 12 years
15.
ago. It's crazy.
Yeah, 15, 17 years ago.
That is
Still not that long.
That made me feel
Al Horford
that was
still
17
playing.
years ago?
Yeah.
God damn. But no, it's just like, you will never see that again, where a team wins a college championship, then they all say, hey, let's come back and run it back. Screw the NBA. Like, no, I don't even know why they did that. You know what I mean?
Because it started with the one and done era, John Calipari, and then now the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Nobody's staying on the same team, period. You transferring left and right every year. So.
And it's kind of scary, man, because you have zero investment. Like, next year, I'll struggle to remember who even was on this year's Tiger team. You know what I mean? That's the reality of it. You know what I mean? It's going to be a whole new crew of dudes. And it's crazy for sure. But yeah, it might not be all new dudes because number 2, the transfer portal for the University of Memphis, wouldn't be a Tiger offseason without some Lawson family news, you know. And Jonathan Lawson entered the transfer portal. A 6'10" white boy that I never heard of that didn't even know existed in Memphis. We were just talking about how like where are the big men? Like there was one a couple years ago. I didn't know nothing about this kid. That kid, you got him. You got Jonathan Lawson. You got the white dude. You got my boy.
I got from Tulsa.
My boy entered the portal, man. The kid from Tulsa. Memphis had a kid who's they're supposed to be getting in for a visit or something. Come on, Kenny. You the Tiger basketball dude. Do some Tiger basketball shit, Kenny.
They brought in.
Give us an update.
Listen,
you the Lord of the Flyers over there with Tiger.
Man, he quiet today.
I mean, it's
Lord of the Flies, Hitman, and who else on team Tiger with you, man?
I mean, listen, Roman killing it over there. It has been.
Fran's about to peace out again.
Penny has done a masterful job this offseason so far of telling nobody what's going on.
Exactly, bro.
They actually had a guy come in named Dane Donja. I think that's how you say his name.
I'll take it.
Big man from Illinois. Entered the transfer portal yesterday. Was on the Memphis campus today.
That dude might take my Credit Sig sponsorship with a name like Donja.
Donja. Yeah, man. He
Gunja.
He is a Malcolm Dangerous 2.0.
Oh. On the court, right?
On the court.
All right.
Which is fine.
He ain't the dun dada out there.
Hey, as long as y'all don't be hyping up.
Little meat.
Long as y'all ain't hyping up no more Jordan Brown. Just let us down.
Hey, I don't want to hear Kenny. You my man. You my guy, bro.
What's up?
I don't want to hear no comps. Matter of fact, don't comp nobody, bro.
Dane Donja reminds me
of
no. Yao Ming.
No, because y'all hey, you were here, Parish. You were Parish. Man, dude, this kid, Sain, I'm telling you, this kid, hold on, what's his name? I can't remember the dude. I just said we didn't go remember these dudes. What's his name, Paris? Oh, God.
Which one? Jordan Brown?
No, the wing.
Which one?
That was
John
Kenny
Pierre?
Guy. No, that was Kenny Guy. Jaquan Walton. Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, man. That was Kenny Guy. Hey, Kenny.
To be fair, I thought he was like 6'9", man.
Kid's like 6'9".
When we said Wichita State, I thought, to be fair, I don't know what happened to him because he was cold in Wichita.
That man was shooting like
because he was giving Memphis that work when they played Wichita State.
Kenny was like, I'm telling you, man. He's like 6'9", man. He can shoot. He can dribble. The man just described G.G. Jackson.
He could do it.
To be fair,
the man could do it.
He just didn't show it.
He just didn't do it. Hey, man.
Hey, that was Kenny Guy.
Hey, listen, I was all about him.
He was mine too.
Yeah.
But because of Kenny.
You ain't never lied. I'm not hyping any other player.
No, I don't
They
wanna hear
bring
none
it
of
in-
that shit.
hey, they
Man, I
can
don't want to
bring
hear it
in-
for you, Roman.
They can bring-
Francis disappeared ass. Hitman, no. I don't want to see. I don't want to see the Hitman breakdown video. No, bro. Because they told me he told me what's the name was Jeremiah Martin. He told me
Who you say with Jeremiah Martin?
Who was that?
sorry ass point guard we had this year.
Oh, JQ.
No, the other dude.
Oh, Jalen Young.
Hell
Oh, yeah,
no.
he did.
No, you
Yes.
didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Who said that?
Hitman.
That man said, "Say,
like, nah.
say you gonna like my comp
Nah,
video."
he lost all
He said, "Man,
credibility
you gonna
after
like
that
my comp video?"
Nah, he lost
I said, "Man,
all-
you get
nah,
the F
bro.
out of my face." bro."
He mean freshman year, John.
right.
Jeremiah Martin, right? That's way.
Oh god.
Tigers lost another player today, though.
Yeah, little ugly dude.
Carl Sheriff, man.
Hey, that little dude come in here and tower over everyone. That man is huge. But yeah, he.
Man, y'all crazy, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. Just I always just watch the games.
Hey.
Bro. I don't want to hear nothing.
Man,
I don't want to hear no comp. Penny about to put a fire class together. You know he is. I don't want to hear no comps.
Here's what I promise you, Anthony.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm
Kid.
gonna wait.
man.
I'm gonna wait until the roster is complete, and I'm gonna come in. I'm just gonna go, Anthony. This is who Penny's got on his team.
No,
Wait
no,
until-
I don't
nah.
want to hear none of that.
Wait
I just
until-
want to see him play basketball.
Wait until
bro.
the middle of January.
Yep.
And
Okay.
even then,
Then tell me who you
and
think.
even then,
Right.
it might be academic scout.
Hey man, Kenny man, be thinking Jaquan. What's his name? I forgot the boy name. Jaquan Walton.
Jaquan Walton.
Man, he be thinking Jaquan Walton was
Walton.
G.G. Jackson, like the version the Grizzlies got.
Yeah, I think he was that good.
Hey man,
He's like, I'm telling you, man, he's like 6'9", man. He can dribble, defend. He's like a 40% shooter. Like, god damn,
he
we
was.
about to win it. We got Kevin Durant out there.
He was.
He was doing that with Shot State.
God.
Right?
Man, his hair kept getting in his face, man.
All right, but we do believe that Penny's gonna have. Penny. Bro. He got some big man from Illinois, some shit like that in town.
yeah.
supposedly.
Yeah, he's got, his name is Dane Donja. He's
what
a,
he's talking
I think a
about.
fifth
Oh, that's what we talking about.
Yeah, he got a fifth year
That's
guy.
what we talking about.
Macadamia 2.0.
Mark Andrews, yeah.
Guy, he's a,
But better.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
He is coming from Illinois. You know,
Listen.
that's promise.
We'll turn these dudes so fast
It's
next
better
year.
than
man.
Lafayette.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. He ain't no Lou Henson Award winner. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I'll just say I'll say this about what I think Penny's going to do. I think he's going to find. I think he is going back to that Kendrick Davis, DeAndre Williams year where he's going to have two major guys, and then the rest are going to be just kind of
Role
fill
play.
in,
Get that
role
boy from
I'm
play.
with it, man. Let's get it in.
Let's get it.
Because he's got the kid from Tulsa or
Yeah,
something,
get
right?
that boy.
Yeah, and this kid's got 3 years of eligibility left
Yep.
after this.
Yeah.
So
Fresh.
PJ Haggerty, man, dude's nasty.
Yeah.
But he's also got feelers out to a lot of names that Tiger fans will know, and so it's going to be interesting,
Yeah.
man. It's going to be interesting.
John DeLawson, yeah, my boy J Law, man.
Let me
Hey,
ask you this:
I need a Lawson back on this
Would
roster.
you, if you are part of the Lawson family, and Penny comes knocking again, what do you do?
It's a Memphis kid. Come back to Memphis, man. It hurt my heart when that kid transferred.
Absolutely.
this year, man. Because
Yeah, I don't know the full story.
he
what
sat
happened,
out
so
a
I
year
don't
and
know what-
redshirted. He played 1 year last year. He could shoot the ball really good. These out of town schools ain't gonna love these kids like
I mean,
that.
I saw
man.
Creighton in the Sweet 16 against Tennessee. I ain't seen Jonathan Lawson
Hey.
at all.
Plays for the city, man.
Hey, he's 6'7".
Anthony's changing
Oh.
his whole tone up, man.
But-
He's from the city, man.
Hey, Kenny.
Hey,
Listen,
I should get my
Listen.
information
Think
exchange.
I love him, man.
He's 6'7", man. He can dribble, pass, and shoot.
He's like
Local
Gigi
kid.
Jackson, man.
No, he's like Penny Hardaway, man.
Oh, there
Like,
you go.
Jonathan Lawson is Penny Hardaway, man. What are
There
we
you
talking
I don't know
about?
about the dribbling and passing, but he can shoot.
He can shoot for real. Oh man, it's like I know them. Like I remember when Johnny was like a little boy.
He was
He
the
was
freshman
around.
on the East
Yeah.
team that won the state
No,
championship.
I remember when he was literally a little
when
kid.
he was a kid.
Like, yeah.
He used to come
Oh,
in my
yeah.
gym at Hamilton when they
Yeah.
were all at
Hey.
Hamilton.
Yeah, man.
Kid was all arms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's right, Kenny. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man. Number 3. Speaking of Cap, Ryan Silverfield got the extension.
Hey, the best team in Memphis right now.
Hey,
Hey, yeah, we done convinced ourselves that dude could coach so
Hey,
bad.
they had the best
That's
season.
the city.
They had the best season. Out of
They
everybody.
didn't disappoint. Hey, he said, "What you see is what you get." Ryan Silverfield said,
Okay.
he told y'all we an average ass team in the American, and we finished as an
they
average.
did better than the other Memphis teams this season. So hey,
Hey, he said, "I can't tell you what
You
we
got
are.
it.
I can tell you when we ain't. We
can't
ain't
even talk.
We ain't UTSA or whatever. But we ain't good. But we ain't good. But we still good. And that's the motto for the Tiger season next year.
hey,
oh man.
We gonna get Usher to sing. We ain't good, but we still good. Hey, Tiger football, Ryan Silverfield. I have no opinion. Shout out, I guess.
yeah.
Congratulations on the bag.
Go win this booty ass
Go
conference.
win the
y'all.
conference and get in that the 12 team.
Yeah.
go,
College football
Get in
playoff.
there, man. Hey, that's the most finesse. That's not gonna last long. Because the teams who I'm not gonna watch Memphis in the
They going up to 14.
They talking about 14
care about
next
their
year.
money. That's all they care
You know what I'm
about.
saying? They gonna say, nah, bro, get Memphis the hell out.
You tell me they gonna switch the
I'm not
format
gonna
up.
watch Memphis in the tournament. Get y'all ass out of here, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, man. It does feel like with the arena thing, because FedEx Forum and the Liberty Bowl are gonna be spanking brand new, pretty much arenas in the next couple of years. I feel like, and then you assume that Memphis is probably gonna be in that tournament at least once in the next 2 or 3 years. So I think a bigger conference may be a calling for sure. And I'm sure that the people who make those type of decisions, we got an innovative mayor who probably has some input and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think we'll see Memphis getting to some version of some.
Yeah, it's about to
conference.
be some decent,
Yeah.
about 3 mega conferences, basically, or 20 teams.
And I think Memphis will probably be a part of that for sure, man. But I tell you what, man, we're about to take a break. When we come back, the guys from 901 Wrestling about to join us, man. They got a little family feud situation, the Merc and Adonis. It bothered me the last show I was at, man, to see family members beefing over some bullshit, bro. So I reached out to Tommy, and we're going to try to sit down with these guys and make some sense of all this, man, here on the Anthony Sain Show. We'll see you guys in a minute.
You know, you can't use NIL as a recruiting tool. Like when I go on X and I read a story about USC and how they're pouring a bunch of money into NIL, isn't that in turn, like that story being out there and the chance of a recruit reading that, isn't that using NIL almost to
recruiting.
like, I know it's like back channel and a little different than literally saying, hey, we're going to give you $6 million when you step on campus.
But it's the same
But
thing.
it's the same idea. And I think in any open market, free market, you know, business, whatever model you're in, why the hell would I commit to somewhere without knowing how much I'm going to make? Somebody I saw suggest multi-year contracts with the NIL collective, right? If you end up opting out of that contract and going elsewhere in the transfer portal, this is a contract where you'd have to pay 50% back of what you've already made.
Good luck
Now, I
enforcing
think
that.
the issue then runs, you're going there, Kenny. What top-level recruit is in his right mind going to sign that shit?
That's fair.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Jalen Nichols, SEC tackle. Supposedly he was going to be a starter last year. He said exactly what you would expect of an SEC tackle. Big, wide body, solid frame kid, incredibly strong. Mario Anderson, North South Carolina. We got a little pipeline to the Gamecocks. Good addition to a solid running back room. A guy that will fight, will strain. I mean, you got to love that, right?
We might see a beast of a offensive line this year.
Yeah, and I'm not. I will say, you know, having lost likes,
Pounders, y'all's boy,
who should not be named, Davion Carter. I mean, I was worried about offensive line, and now, like, I know it's only one report. It's from Noah Franklin as a strength coach for like. I don't know that I'm at. This might be our best offensive line.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. As we spoke about earlier in the show, I told you there was a situation I needed to address with a couple guys from 901 Wrestling. Kenny, you said you agreed with it. You were fine with us doing this. A little something different, man. We talked to Tommy Jacks. I frequent 901 Wrestling for years now. I've been going to a lot of the shows. And I reached out to Tommy Jacks about something that I saw Kenny that just wasn't right. Just wasn't making much sense to me. It's a few these two brothers have going on. These guys are blood relatives. They are actual cousins, and they got a feud going on that's been going on for a few months now at 901 Wrestling. And I want to bring you guys on to talk about what y'all got going on, because it's just a little bit too much for me, man. As a black man, as a father, brother, cousin, all that, I've seen family turmoil. I've seen families fall apart, and it's not a fun thing to be a part of, man. I just want to bring y'all brothers on to talk about what I'm seeing, and hopefully we can resolve this like men. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Chris, I'm going to lean over to you. I have a deeper relationship with Adonis. I've been watching him in the industry a little bit longer. You're probably admittedly a more difficult brother to deal with. I see you, how you go about your, when you're doing your thing in the ring. So I'm going to ask you, where do you think this all started? I'm going to give you the opportunity to speak first. Where do you think this all started? What's the issue that you have with Adonis, and how can it come to some type of, resolution?
First of all, Anthony, you must have been living underneath the rock. I addressed this live in front of the 901 people.
Okay.
I told, but if the Merc got to repeat himself, the Merc gonna repeat himself.
Okay.
I've been living on this earth for almost 31 years. I have to fight for everything I had to get. And I've seen this guy right here, the guy that everybody loves, from you to the nerds at Batcave to them fans. Everybody loves him, but they don't know the true him. Okay? And see, he's always been jealous of me. That's the thing. Because he's the big cousin, but I'm the bigger cousin. Okay? So every time Chris does something great athletically, every time I've had my shine, he's always tried his best to take it away. And he don't like it. So when I came to 901 Wrestling, I'm going to make sure I'm taking all the shine, because ain't no Night Train here. Hell, if you ask me, the Storm is dead. So who's going to help you? Nobody. The Merc is here.
So when you said Night Train, that's, of course, your former tag team partner. You guys were the Storm for many years.
Right.
Night Train did disappear. That's always been a question I've had, too, because I'm like, okay, I know that's your cousin. I know he's had his own path, how he feels is the best way for him to go about his career, and the attitude and the way he visualizes his path to success. Might be a little different than yours. But I've also always wondered, when you guys had the Storm, why the Merc wasn't why he wasn't your tag team partner. Instead of, now I feel the brother on it. Like, I asked Tommy, could we peacefully come in and mediate this? Can we talk about this and have a peaceful conversation about it? Now that's something I will present to you. It sounds like the brother feel like he been left out. Y'all family. And he never had that opportunity to be two-time tag team champion with you as the Storm. So,
well, here's the thing.
That man about to lie.
Here's the thing. He said he worked for everything. I worked for everything too in wrestling. My family didn't want me to do this. He knows this. He knows this. They didn't want me to do this. I had to work for everything I got in wrestling. I didn't need any help. I didn't ask for any help, any assistance for this. I worked hard for this. I did this myself. I figured he'd do the same thing. Follow in my footsteps. Follow in my footsteps. Do it yourself. See, it's your problem. That's why you're at 901. Because you want to come in and because you thought I was going to hand you something, help you out. I can't help. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to help you.
Okay.
So you can just chill out and do it. And you can still get it. You've been doing good so far without me. So why hate on me? Why hate on what I did by myself on my own?
Chris, before you respond, let me add this to this as well. How much, when you found out that your cousin was royalty, that he is part of a royal bloodline, African bloodline, how much of that affected you guys' relationship?
How much?
Yeah.
It affected everything. First, hold on. I'm looking in your eyes real quick. I don't care if you royalty. I don't care if you piss poor broke. Okay? How you live life, just wanting to take the spotlight, take opportunities just because you see somebody about to get higher than you, I don't respect. Screw blood. I don't respect that at all as a man, okay? So now that I'm here at 901, I don't really care what you say. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you with.
You're talking about being a man.
No. Let me finish. See, that's the type of stuff I be talking about, Anthony. This is what I'm talking about. I'm getting my time, man. He wants to interrupt. So you know what? Here's the thing. Like Mr. Tommy Jack say, okay, I respect him. I'm going to handle this in the ring. And cuz, I don't know what type of man you think I am, but I want you to pray to whatever deity that you pray to, okay? Because I believe in my own religion. It's called Mercism. And Merc 901 says, I'm about to suplex your ass.
All right, now, Chris, I hear what you're saying, bro. I understand you want to sell this in the ring, all those type of things. Now, where I still have my glimmer of hope is before you guys match, the last time y'all got in the ring, y'all had a long conversation before the match started, and then the match just kind of ended. Like that was, I mean, before y'all had the match, y'all ended that, then y'all had y'all match, it was over, Chris, you won, etc. Adonis, Chris, what was said before that match started? Because that made me think, okay, them brothers realized blood may be thick in the water. So where are you at on that whole thing, and just what were y'all talking about in the last match, before the last match?
Well, look, I can't go into detail because it was a lot of stuff said that don't need to be repeated. So I know blood is thicker than water, but somebody's head is a little too hard, and I'm gonna have to show him more. I'm gonna have to show you better than I can tell you, more than I can talk on this microphone. More than we can say. We can go all day long. We can talk all day long, but here at the end of the day, we got to finish it in the ring. True enough, I hadn't pinned you. True enough, I hadn't pinned you. True. But
you wait.
Soon enough, you're gonna see, and you're gonna find out why I'm the older cousin, why I'm the smarter cousin, why I'm the most athletic cousin. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, Chris. We're gonna see this Saturday. I guarantee that.
Well, gentlemen, I tried to bring y'all on. I'm disappointed because I want to see y'all I want to see y'all get past this, man. But it look like this Saturday, Black Law at 7 p.m. Get your tickets, NotOneWrestling.com. Yeah, that's all. I tried, y'all. I tried to get these brothers on one page. This blood cousins out here, man, beefing. But I guess they're gonna have to sell it in the ring this Saturday, y'all, at the Black Lodge, 7 p.m. Get your tickets, man. Local wrestling going down. You're gonna see cousin versus cousin in the ring. I tried to do all I can do, y'all. About to take a break. When we come back, we're gonna wrap this show up inside the same brain. See y'all in a minute.
The Tigers moving forward, like, do they recruit the transfer portal as if David Jones is back, or do they recruit the transfer portal as if David Jones isn't back?
I think you recruit it as if he isn't back until he gives you the word.
Agreed. But does that change who you recruit then?
I don't know. I mean, you can never have enough wings in backcourt guys. So I don't think it changes all that much. And if you were able to land a guy like PJ Haggerty, just find pieces to fit around him.
Exactly. You don't ever put all your eggs in that basket until it is 100% done. You recruit an entirely new team.
You can't build a roster around someone who you think's 50-50 to return.
Not at all.
That's the problem I have with that question almost, Kenny, if you get what I'm saying. Like, just to sort of like assume a guy who very well could leave.
Yeah.
Just assume he's going to be back. I think that would be a very bad way to go.
Tune into On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. At Create-A-Sig, our top priority is to provide the best customer service experiences possible while offering the largest variety of vape supplies, legal THC products, and smoking accessories. Our trained sales associates are here to assist any and all customers to help them find the best products available. With our daily deals, weekend deals, loyalty rewards program, and our punch card program, there are tons of rewards to earn to help our customers save plenty of money along the way. Check out one of Create-A-Sig's 4 locations across the greater Memphis area and come visit us.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Edge of the Sain show, man. I'm heavy in my heart right now, Parish Sharkey, man. The guys from That Award Wrestling, man, trying to help them brothers out, man, but they gonna sell it in the ring, man. It's a sad situation, man. Let's see, but y'all come check that out this Saturday, Black Live, 7 p.m. Get your tickets, NotOneWrestling.com. They got like a new little ticket thing they got going on, new seating arrangements. So so get in there, jump in on that. Our good friends at 901 Wrestling. Inside the same brain, man. Shout out to our sponsors. Create-A-Sig, 4 area locations where you can get the Sain Asylum package, whether that's nicotine, whether that's Delta 8, pick that up. After a hard day's work, man, stressing out, man, puff you a little something, man, vape you a little something, chew you a little something. Yeah, a little edible or something. I don't know what y'all talking about, but yeah. Get you a little something from my good friends at Creative Sig, 4 area locations. I'm a big fan of the location that's on McLean and Poplar. The people over there take care of me every time I pop through. Get the Sain Asylum pack. Nice little variety of stuff. You can get a pre-roll, you can get a vape, and you can get an edible all in one pack. Go pick that up, the Sain Asylum pack. If you're one of my niggas out there, you're a nicotine user, all my niggas out there. Shout out to all y'all out there. Get the nicotine pack, man, at Creative Sig, man. Kenny Silverfield is the master behind the nicotine pack. Go pick that up, man, at Creative Sig. Inside the Same Brain, man. I got some crazy stuff on my mind, bro. The general theme for today's on Inside the Same Brain is that we are a nasty ass species of man, right? I was watching the Nickelodeon documentary, Quiet on Set, right?
Yep.
About some of the foulness that was going on during the, I'm not gonna say the golden era of Nickelodeon, because the golden era was like when Hey Dude and Salute Your Shorts and Double Dare and all that stuff was on. But there was an era like between 99 and like 2000, not 99, like maybe 2002 to 2015 or something like that. Nice little 12, 13-year run where you had all these teenage shows, right? And the guy that was pretty much over Nickelodeon at that point, that was the producer of all these shows, was a guy named, I forgot this dude's name. That's me, the name forgetter. What's his name, Ken? Dan Schneider, right? Is the dude's name. A Memphian of all places. He's from Memphis, Tennessee.
Dang.
He used to be on a show called Head of the Class with Robin Givens, the show that Robin Givens was on when Mike Tyson found her.
I remember that. Dan
Schneider was on that show, and he ended up going to Nickelodeon, becoming a producer, writer, all those type of things. And he came out with the show, all that, Amanda Bynes show, all these different shows that came out. Drake and Cody, all these shows. Drake and Josh, my bad. Drake and Josh, all that. What was the other one?
I say it's after Cousins.
iCarly, all that stuff was his, right? All that, like that whole run of shows were all his creations, right?
So Zoe 101.
All that, right? And like, but dude was like super nasty, bro. Like asking, demanding that the women on stage give him massages, just random massages throughout the day. And like sneaking super like inappropriate scenes for children. Like the kids might have like they may be squeezing something and it squirts some kind of juice, some kind of cream across some girl's face.
Yeah.
Or making mention about their breasts and making girls suck their own toes and just nasty stuff, brother, like with kids. Like if you look at it, if kids are looking at it, they may get it or they may not get it. It may even sicker because you're putting subliminal stuff to them.
Right.
But just like they would do something like a guy had like noses on the side of his sides of his costume, but the noses looked like penises. It was just weirdo stuff, bro. And like having girls moan and pour water all over themselves, but it looked sexual, but what they actually were saying wasn't sexual.
Right.
But just super weird stuff with kids, right? And he was like the man who was over all this. And the saddest part was the kid Drake somebody, not Aubrey Graham.
Yeah, I remember. From Drake and Josh.
But Drake and Josh, right? He was one of the actors, and he was flat out sexually assaulted, raped, all these things by this one dude that was one of the producers for Nickelodeon, under the guy from Memphis, right?
Yeah.
And this guy straight up groomed this kid, got him separated from his parents, got him to move where he was, and kind of took him in. He kind of caused animosity between him and his parents, got him away from his parents, and proceeded to rape, molest, all these things to this boy.
Wow.
The man pled guilty, right? No contest. He said, yeah, I did all this stuff, right? The man got like 18 months probation or something. I don't think he served much jail time, if anything. I think he did like 18 months in jail or something. But it might have been 18. I don't know. But all these different, they listed all these celebrities that wrote letters saying this is a good man. He must have been tempted to do this. And like this kid was like, nah, man, this dude set me up. I'm telling y'all the whole timeline of how he groomed me and set me up to do these things to me. Just messed this man's whole mentality up, right? And they talked about like racist situations and how the female writers were done badly. I was like, man, like sick men with power have done so much disgusting stuff over time, bro. Because like a lot of people are talking about Dolly Parton because Beyonce has brought Dolly Parton back into the forefront, right? I can just imagine what somebody like Dolly Parton went through doing, because I was watching, it was a photo shoot of like Dolly Parton and Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? It's like, bro, I know some of the nastiest stuff in the world was like said to her, this woman all throughout her career. Like I just like, people in power have done so many nasty things throughout time, and just seeing the damage on these kids. There were kids talking about, to this day, I have self-esteem issues from my time in Nickelodeon. And like, but the thing was, the Drake kid came forward and was like, yeah, I was raped, right? I was molested. But like the big dogs, the Keenan and Kales, they didn't speak. The Amanda Bynes, they didn't speak. The iCarlys, they weren't on there. Like, bro, like these people, like imagine what they story, those people's story was.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just like a lot of the manipulative stuff, and this one dude, they just showed how he would just like video of him, like how he would just inappropriately touch kids. Not in their private areas, but just like rubbing down their arm and up they like just weirdo activity, bro. And like how they talked about how this one dude was like sending news to one of the girls and all that type of stuff. And like a lot of people been talking about the documentary. Like I said, I took the time to watch it. But yeah, I don't really want to get too deep into it. I know I probably spoiled a lot of it, but check it out, man. A lot of people, I'm behind. I'm just not watching it. But that's just something that's on my mind. But speaking of nasty ass dudes, man, the story came out about a man that married a lady with two heads, right? I'm like, bro. Fam. Like, bro.
I feel like I heard about the story a couple years ago. It's the same one. But it's just now like resurfacing.
Yeah,
like,
and y'all seen the story that people joking about.
They said twins.
Right. There was like, it's a woman with two heads that just got married and you still single. Like that joke is out there now, right? So the lady opens up and she gives details about it, right? She's like, she was like, this is my understanding of it. Kenny, if I'm wrong, you let me know. The lady has one vagina, and I guess it's like Siamese twins, but they kind of shit.
They're called conjoined
twins. So they got one body.
Yeah,
they're two different people, but they share a body.
Right. Okay.
That's crazy.
And of course, when I was talking about people being nasty, like people saying like nasty stuff in the comments, right? And the lady answered questions about their intimacy, right? And she was like, because one woman is married to one man, but there's still the other woman who's got a mind, brain, all those type of things. And she said that I'm married to the man, and we do have sex, and we share one vagina, so we have one orgasm. When we have sex, she feels the orgasm, just like I felt it. But she's normally reading a book or got AirPods in, listening to, I'm like, wait, bro. Like, bro, that's, like, what? How you making love to your wife and there's a whole nother little face, another face, like.
How you reading the book?
It was preoccupied.
Because you can't, y'all share one body, so how you grabbing the book?
And she said that when we do other stuff, like if I, to him, of course she's down there with me. I'm like, all right, bro, like this is.
Too much info. TMI.
Dog.
TMI.
Man, get me out of here, man. Like, we living like, bro, you gotta be a wild ass dude. Like, and like, I feel like, I understand there's free will, and she's happy to be married. They're happy to, but they're portraying it like I'm married to him, but she's not. So can she go marry somebody else? How this go? Like, bro,
share one body. It ain't possible.
But I feel like the woman's being exploited because I think this dude's just. I think there's some type of weird kink that the dude has. Because I'm like, fam.
Because, hey, like, how y'all date? She had to be there to hold. Yeah.
Can she? Enough of this, bro. Enough of this, man. What's going on, everybody? This is Anthony Sain of the Anthony Sain Show. Here to tell you guys about Creative Sig. Creative Sig is a smoke shop located here locally in the city of Memphis. 4 awesome locations throughout the city. I'm a big fan of the location on Midtown and off McLean and Poplar. Go check them out, y'all. They got everything you need as far as your nicotine needs, as far as your Delta 8 needs. They got all of that, y'all. Just go check them out. They got the Saint Asylum package, which you can go get different varieties of things on the nicotine side and on the Delta 8 side. Mix those things up. You can come out with a great package. The Saint Asylum package is there at Creative Sig. Let me tell y'all some more about Creative Sig, though, guys. They strive to provide top-notch customer service, quality products, large varieties of nicotine, and legal THC products as well, customer service, loyalty, and punch card reward programs. They offer fantastic rewards from 50-cent bottles of juice or Salt Nick disposables to 25% off an entire transaction, all earned by making purchases at any Creative Sig location. The staff members are ready to help you and find the perfect products to get you started on your vaping journey and ensure you have all the knowledge to do it like a pro. Mention code word VAPE901 for a one-time 15% discount off all your entire transactions at Creative Sig. I'm telling y'all, go check them out. Great people, super nice staff. Go get the Sain Asylum package, y'all. I'm telling you, he's going to get you straight, man. He's going to get you right. Go check him out at Creative Sig. All right, man. Shout out to Dynamite Wrestling. Shout out to my man, Parish Sharkey, man, for getting Silverfield out of the glass. Y'all stop being nasty out here. Stop abusing power. Nickelodeon, shame on y'all. I'm canceling y'all for sure, man. You were coming out of my cable package. Sad stuff going on there at Nickelodeon, man. Shout out to Creative Sig. Like I said, 4 area locations, man. Go get the Sain Asylum pack. Whether you're a nicotine user or a Delta 8 user, pick it up. Pick it up at Creative Sig, 4 area locations. Ask for the Sain Asylum package. We'll see y'all next time, and we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.